A common question that we get from our clients is how do we handle prepayments or deposits? So when our client pays something in advance, how do we process that in Xero? So Xero's got a great system for doing this, and we'll go through that now. So when you get a prepayment, it'll show up in your bank feed, and we'll just go and find one here. And there's one here for Jacaranda Maple Systems for a deposit in advance of $2,000. So we click Match and Find and Match. And we want to create a new Receive Money. In here, it'll show received as direct payment or prepayment. So we're going to click Prepayment. Now, if the information doesn't come through for you in bank feed, you'll need to fill in the contact details for the name of your client. In this case, it's come through automatically, and you might want to put in a reference there. So what deposit in advance? So here's the trick. We're going to process, or we're going to allocate this deposit in advance to a liability account called Revenue Received in Advance. Now, if you don't have that already set up in your accounts system, you're going to need to set it up and have it as the tax rate as BAS excluded, and also payments to this account as checkbox clicked. And it'll show we've got this amount, $2,000. We can save this transaction, and then we can reconcile. So now we've done that. So how does that treat it in the balance sheet? So if we just go to the balance sheet, and we can see an amount here, revenue received in advance, which is a liability because we haven't actually earned it yet, of $2,000. So it doesn't actually show up in accounts receivable yet. So let's go through the next process of seeing what happens when we invoice the client. If we just click Invoices and See All, we'll see this amount from Jacaranda Maple Systems showing as a PP for $2,000 and a waiting payment. That PP means it's a prepayment. So we're going to create a new invoice. The price in here is $2,000, and it'll show it and we'll allocate it to sales. And we're going to make this invoice, just to make the numbers easy, equal to $2,000 well. We click Approve. So we've got the invoice, we've approved it. And a pop-up will come up and say, Jacaranda Maple Systems has $2,000 in outstanding credit. Would you like to allocate credit to this invoice? And we say, yes, allocate. And we'll put in the $2,000 there, allocate the credit. And we'll see now the invoice will show a prepayment of $2,000 on that date and the amount due $0. So that part's all done. So let's see how it looks in the balance sheet. And you'll see under liabilities, Xero has automatically taken the amount from revenue received in advance and allocated against the accounts receivable invoice that was created.